Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'd like to discuss Ukraine. What comes? Oh gosh, I'm probably shouldn't put my mouth this close to it. I'm sorry about that. But what comes now with the Ukraine invasion? So once Ukraine falls, this is my predictions. I predicted, I didn't say this on the channel, but I predicted Ukraine would probably be invaded after the Olympics because Russia was trying to work with China. China is working with Russia. Now, what can we learn from that? We learned that, of course, they're working together. But is it just them working together? No. Iran's working with them. North Korea's working with them. They have a bunch of friends. Pakistan, Afghanistan now. All these Central Asian countries. And once Ukraine's fallen, and this is interesting to note, in Ukraine they haven't targeted civilians primarily. Primarily been targeting government and military things in Ukraine. What does that mean? The people are more likely to be on the Russian side than they more or less would have been, and the military might fight with Russia if Russia was to invade Europe. So, what if Russia does invade Europe? I personally do think Russia is going to invade Europe. Where will they start? Well, Belarus. So, let's draw this line out right here. Belarus, they have this, they're going to have all this probably by the end of a month or two from now. And where do they go from then? They go into here, they go into Vilnius, they go into Kosnos, and they link up with Kaliningrad. They cut off all of Lithuania, but not just Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia too. They cut off the Baltic states. They could put their navy here, block them off, and even if they didn't put their navy out, it's going to be trouble to get people out of these places. And they would just be swallowed up by Russia very, very quickly in the Baltic states. Now, what would happen then? Well, of course, NATO would be involved, which means Poland's involved. Poland has around 200,000 men in their forces, about the same in Germany. France has about 100,000 men in their forces. The point I'm making is Europe does not have the forces to match Russia's 2 million plus whatever Belarus has. They just don't have the manpower. Not to mention that there's over about 2.5 million people in China's army, and North Korea at least 500,000. So you look at that and you think about that, they just don't have the numbers game. It doesn't work. America does not have the forces. We have about 1 million troops on the ground. Call up the National Guard, it's probably 500,000. We just don't have the troops to fight this war. Look at the Korean War. The Korean War had around 1.4 million to 1.5 million Chinese and North Koreans killed. That's a big number. The point I'm making there is now China has, look at all these roads, look at all these cities. They have both the population and the industry to wipe South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, all these places right off the map. Look at Iran. Iran's not exactly the scariest power at the moment, but Iran is going to probably work to take out maybe American-backed Iraq. And Turkey. Armenia will, of course, be working on taking Turkey out too with the Russian forces. If Russia does not immediately after Ukraine go into Lithuania and these Baltic states, probably Georgia's the next ticket, and Azerbaijan. They're going to unite their forces in these areas. Of course, Armenia backs them up. They might just push these guys in the back, which I wouldn't doubt. But after that, it's going to be right into here, and it's going to be a pincer movement taking out Warsaw. Warsaw will fall probably very, very quickly. My prediction is for Germany. Germany, I don't trust the Germans. As an American, I don't trust the Germans in a variety of ways. The Germans have not backed us up in a variety of cases. I don't think the Germans are going to start backing us up now. The Germans will probably flip sides, join the Russians, advance into Paris, Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, or they won't do anything. They'll just let the Russians march in through their territory. And then the UK is next. Italy will probably fall, and so will all these areas. These areas are already Slavic, so I can see them backing Russia. Serbia, especially. Bulgaria I can see them flipping sides. Romania too. Moldova, I can easily see flipping sides. Some of these former Yugoslav states may fight the Russians, but I doubt it. Hungary might fight. Czechia and Slovakia might fight. But I think most of Europe would just fall over. And China has the power. They have the power to win in Asia. America cannot fight a two-front war. We just can't. We don't have the manpower. We don't have the Navy. As Mitt Romney said in 2011, we have the smallest Navy since 1911. Okay? That's pretty small. But my point is, we don't have the Navy to fight a two naval front war. We just don't have the power. We don't have the power. we are invoking upon, or we're not invoking, it has already been invoked, the New World Order between Russia, China, and their friends. Honestly, I can't see America getting out of this now. If America backs Ukraine, we may stop them at the river line here. But even then, I can see it's going to be tough. I mean, I think the Russians will still walk through pretty easily. So even backing Ukraine at this point, it's probably too late. America's really in a bad place. The world, the Western world as we know it, is in a bad, very, very bad place. You can see my predictions were right in the future from now, but these are my predictions. Could not come true, but I'm gonna predict Taiwan gets invaded. This is already people are guessing it's gonna happen. Once people say it's gonna happen, it's probably gonna happen. So keep that in mind. World War III is likely upon us. Now, God bless you. God bless America. God bless our troops. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.